And hello everybody, welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and some random altcoin analysis video. Now of course I haven't picked the altcoin of the day, but you will get a hint on what I picked just by looking at the title below. Now before I want to get into the agenda, and as much as I want to get into the agenda, I want to also start off by telling you guys that I am freaking annoyed today. I am super irritated, and this is primarily because of a DM that I received yesterday. Okay, and that's how I ended off my night, and I was so freaking bummed. Anyways, this DM, this person, asked me for calls. And they started off very polite, and they're like, "Hi, Krisha, I've been watching your videos for a month, and, I was wondering if you had any calls, any signals." And I said, "No, we don't do that here. I do not give calls. I don't give signals. Sean and I, we are not into that. Yes, we'll give you guys trade setups to which there are invalidations, and you best believe that we follow those invalidations. But as far as calls are concerned, no, we don't do that." But he was very adamant, and he wouldn't take no for an answer, and he kept prodding and giving me a sob story about how he missed this entire move, and he hasn't been able to catch any move on even the altcoins. And I said, still, we're not doing any calls. And then he started posting trade setups that he found on Twitter. He's like, "Okay, if you're not going to give me calls, at least tell me, should I get into this coin? Is this coin looking good? I don't know how to read a chart. So can you read it for me and tell me if I can get into this?" And I said, "No, I'm not going to do that." And then he got annoyed, and then he got rude, and he's like, "Okay, fine, if you're not going to do that, at least tell me what you're holding in your portfolio." And I said, "No, I'm not doing that." And then he says that, "Oh, I've been subscribed to your channel for over a month, and I've been watching your videos for over a month," as if I owed him something. And I wanted to bring this up to everyone's attention today because, well, I want to let you guys know that we are owed nothing in this world, okay? We are owed nothing. If you are looking to capitalize on all of these gains, whether it be Bitcoin, the altcoins, or any other asset that you're looking at, you're looking to wring out this entire bull run phase for, well, whatever it's got, you're gonna have to put in the work. You're gonna have to put in the effort, okay? To get the value that you're looking for, you're gonna have to put in skin in the game. All right. Now for value, guys, value comes as good, fast, and cheap. The thing about good, fast, and cheap is that this is a trilemma. You can only ever pick 2 out of 3. Okay, you can't have all 3. If you're looking for good and fast because you're saying that, hey, you know what, this is a turn in the market. I feel like I'm not going to have enough time. Price is going to run away from me. I'm looking to learn whatever I can, but I'm looking to learn it fast, but I want quality. Well, there are a lot of good resources out there. There are a lot of good programs and courses. Hell, there's the Mango Seed program. Right now, my trading prowess is a direct reflection of whatever I learned in the Seed program. I was the first student, so this is one that I can vouch for, as can many in the program. Okay, you can find all of them in the Mango Discord chat. But now say you wanted good and cheap. Well, this is completely reasonable, right? There are a lot of good resources online. There are a lot of good books. Hell, we have a free playlist on YouTube that you can actually just scour through. And believe it or not, you can build a pretty decent trading system for yourself just by using those free resources. But you're going to have to scour through it. You're going to have to watch all of the videos and come up with your systems and backtest them and find conviction in them. Right? But you can do that. There's a lot of good free resources out there. However, when it comes to the world of trading, there's one combination I would never recommend. It's fast and cheap. Why is that? Because that takes you directly to Twitter calls. And let me tell you something. While there are some decent trade setups on Twitter, there are some people that are literally trying to dump their bags on you. And if you're unable to tell the two apart, that can be disastrous for your portfolio. Alrighty, now this is all to say, guys, if you are looking to derive the most value from this market, if you're looking to wring out the bull run for everything it's got, you're gonna have to put in the effort. Alrighty, and also, we do not give calls. Period. Done. Over. Now this we can get into today's agenda finally. Now for today's agenda, here's what we're going to be going over. The 2 most important questions in any market cycle. Luckily for us, these 2 questions don't have to be answered simultaneously. It's one question and then the next, depending on which phase of the market that we're in. And I wanted to go over this with you guys today. Because I think this is going to give you a bit of an edge getting into, well, what is to come, okay? The second point on today's agenda is, well, did I buy the dip or did I sell it all? I'm going to be essentially driving in the market conviction that I have in terms of direction, okay? Am I looking at bullish moves or bearish moves at this juncture right here? Okay, the third point on today's agenda is the 2 Bitcoin pullback scenarios. Now, I did go over these 2 scenarios with you guys in the previous video. One is a shallow pullback, one is a deeper pullback, and I wanted to drive this one in once again. That way you guys are prepared for either one of the 2 scenarios. Okay, now these scenarios are also going to include targets, so just giving you guys a heads up on that. And then we'll be wrapping up today's video with the altcoin of the day. All right, so with that, we can start with the point number one, which is the two most important questions of any cycle. Now, listen up because this is important. It sounds freaking rudimentary as hell, but trust me, believe me when I say it is important, and people don't understand this. And I learned this part very, I'm not going to say late, but I wish I had known this earlier, okay, when I started my trading journey. The thing about markets, guys, is that it moves in cycles. Markets move in cycles, okay? Now, the two most important questions you will ask yourself in any market cycle is going to be, number one, the first question is asked during this phase, and the second question is going to be asked during this phase of the market, okay? And yeah, if you probably guessed it, you guessed it right. The question you're asking yourself here is, are we in a bull market? And the question you're asking yourself here is, are we in a bear market? Okay, and the answer to that question is important because that is going to help you position on the winning side of the market cycle. Now, I don't have to give you guys a fancy example to show you just how well that theory fared in the previous bull and bear markets, right? In this bull run right here, as well as this bull run right here, as well as this bull run right here, you will almost always better off positioning on the long end of the market, right? That is where the winning probability was at. Right, you had the most profits if you were positioned on the bullish side. However, in a bear market, you had the most profits when you were positioned on the short side, right? When you were selling, right? Same for here, same for this juncture of the market, right? The bears were rewarded the most. That was the winning side. However, now to position on the right side, we first have to figure out, okay, are we in a bull market or are we still in a bear market? Okay, and it's not just the answer to that question that's going to make the difference. It is also your conviction in that answer, because it is your conviction that is going to give you confidence in taking your trades, right? Oftentimes I see is that people are confused about the market cycle, and what they do is they just merely dip their toes into their positions, so much so that price actually follows their trade plan. Okay, it starts going up, they took that long position, price rallies to the upside, and what they do is that, oh, I don't have too much in profit, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to follow my system, I'm just going to let this ride even further. Okay, so they don't end up taking profits when time comes, and they also don't end up taking losses because they're looking at the losses accumulated and they're just like, it's not much of a loss, I think I can wait for the next level. And what they end up doing is that they keep moving the goalpost. Okay, so really answering this question of whether or not we're in that bull run phase is very important, because that's essentially not only going to give you conviction in what side of the market to pick, but also in terms of your position sizing. You're not just going to merely dip your toes, you're going to follow your system to the T. Now, to answer this question of are we in a bull run, I've been giving you guys 4 triggers that I'm looking for to, well, tip me off on, hey, Krisha, it's a bull run, right? So I want to just give you guys a quick recap on those 4 triggers. Now, out of the 4, okay, what we need to understand is 3 have already gone off, 3 out of 4 triggers. The first trigger I was looking at, as many of you guys know, was the 4-day dynamic. Okay, I'm looking for 2 confirmed closes over the 4-day dynamic with the cloud turning green, which we have right now. Right. In addition to that, I was looking at the weekly dynamic, right? I'm looking for 2 confirmed closes over the weekly dynamic in addition to the cloud turning green, which we have there as well. The third trigger was on the monthly Stokes, right? I wanted a bullish crossover on the monthly Stokes. I'm going to get rid of the RSI just for now. Okay, I want to see a bullish crossover setup right there. And do we have a bullish crossover between %K, %D? And yes, we do. We have a bullish crossover right there. And as you can see, just go ahead and back test it. You can pull this up on your chart as well. You'll find that every bullish cross in the bearish sort of control zone below the 25 percentile zone has usually lined up with market reversals. And once again, we've received that cross just earlier this month. Now, the 4th trigger that we were looking at was hinged on the weekly dynamic once again, but using our Ichimoku cloud settings, right? So let's go ahead, pick the calculation settings as the Ichimoku, and zoom into this price action. And what do we have here? Okay, so we're looking at the weekly Ichimoku dynamic, and we're looking at the 55 simple moving average, right? The 55 simple moving average is mainly used as a filter to make sure we are not getting faked out on our trades and on our market direction. So we're looking at these 2 zones, and what I'm looking for over here is for price to close over both regions. I'm looking for a takeout of the 55 plus the mango dynamic, and so far we have neither. So right now we're still left with 3 out of 4 triggers. As soon as price starts living over this region right here at $26,400, I'm saying the bull market is on. Okay, so 3 out of 4 triggers have gone off for now. But now what is this telling me? 3 out of 4, 75%, guys. 75% chance that the bulls have the edge here and we're likely heading into the next bull run. Now, how am I looking at 3 out of 4 triggers? Well, I'm saying that the tilt is bullish. I mean, 75% chance that, hey, we're heading into a bull run is good enough for me. And that's why when it comes to agenda point number 2, which is, did I buy the dip or did I sell it all? Well, guys, I bought the dip, okay? Now, I'll tell you exactly, like, I have a plan for everything. When I execute on my trades, you need to understand that I have separated myself into a manager and an executor. The manager self has been working now for months on end, basically deciding how to position on certain pullbacks in the market. Okay, now I've been going over these pullbacks with you guys, the various scenarios. Now, I did spend much of my morning and afternoon positioning on this pullback. Yes, I bought spot on Bitcoin as well as altcoins, as well as I placed bids lower. Alright, so I decided not to get greedy on my bids because I do believe that the bulls can take this up even further. Now, if you recall, I'd given you guys 2 scenarios, right, that could play out here. One was a shallow pullback and one was a deeper pullback. Now, for those of you who recall, what was the shallow pullback primarily hinged on? Well, that was actually hinged on, well, this indicator right here, which is the mango dynamic. Okay, so we were looking at the bottom of the mango dynamic, the Ichimoku setup. Okay, I looked at that. I'm like, all right, guys, this is a critical indicator that we're looking at as our 4th bull run signature, and I will be giving importance to the bottom of the cloud on the dynamic. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and smack a line right there. Now, this line comes in at around $22,100. Okay, I'm going to actually get rid of this horizontal right here. Okay, $22,100. And in addition to this, okay, we also had a zone of oscillation that I have been, well, bringing to your attention now for a good 1 month. And what was that? Right, this was the zone I was looking at. Now, this was based on targets that I extrapolated from using price action and momentum on the chart. I'm going to go ahead and color this 22.1K a different color, make that a white for now. Okay, I want to draw your attention to 22.9K going all the way down to 18.7K and the midpoint coming in at 20.8K. For those of you who have been following the videos, you guys already have these levels. I hope you've noted them down because, as you can see, price is following them really, really well. So now I had looked at this entire zone. I'm like, this is going to be the shallow pullback zone. Okay, this was the zone that we were looking at. And now if I take you guys on over to the daily time frame, okay, get to the daily, and we also had additional support on this region. And what was that? Well, for that, let's go ahead and put on the Ichimoku cloud. We have the 21 EMA swinging in right in there. And back then when I did the video, we also had the Tenkin sitting in right underneath us. But guys, what you need to understand is this is the first test of the 21 EMA since we actually started the uptrend. This is our first official test of the 21 EMA. And historically, the first test of the 21 EMA through observation has been a bounce opportunity. Okay, so yes, the bulls can pick this up. But in addition to this adding strength as support, another thing that's coming in here, okay, is also the mango dynamic on the daily time frame. Once again, this is the first test of the mango dynamic. But now it was not just the horizontals and the crazy, very important, very crucial historic support that we had sitting underneath Bitcoin over here that made me get in my bids over here. Okay, it was also what I was seeing on the Mango dashboard. Now, if I take you guys on over to the Mango dashboard, we've been using the dashboard to really keep us on the right side of the trend. In fact, it caught the entirety of Bitcoin's uptrend when it started here at 16.6K, right? The dashboard caught it. And that entire trend was hinged on the 4-hour time frame, believe it or not. And as soon as the 4-hour time frame, let me take you guys on over to the 4-hour, flipped short, that gave us a hint in that, okay, you know what, we're likely, the signature is broken, the uptrend signature is broken, we're likely heading into consolidation or maybe even perhaps that breakdown. But in order to anticipate a deeper breakdown from Bitcoin, taking us all the way back down to 18.7K, 20.8K, what we wanted to see here is for this short trend to cascade on over to our higher time frames. Because now for those of you who are beginners in the world of trading, in the world of technical analysis, the thing about trends, guys, is that when you're looking at trends, okay, and you're looking for these pullbacks, the first signs of a pullback is going to be given to you on your lower time frames, and then that cascades on over to your higher time frames. Okay, it essentially breaks down for us. Right, we lose the 4-hour levels first, as we did right here on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that we have this downtrend, and then it cascades on over to your daily time frames, breaking the 21 EMA, breaking this entire zone, and then it cascades on over to the daily time frame, and so on and so forth. But that's how trends move. Alrighty. Now, what we saw here is that, yeah, fine, we have a short trend on the 4-hour time frame, but if I take you guys on over to the 12-hour time frame, that did not cascade. Okay, this is still long. The 12-hour trend is still bullish, and this never reversed either. It's not like it hesitated or anything. No, this stayed intact. This has been long for the past 35 days. In fact, if you caught the reversal on it, if you had an alert, you got an email saying that, okay, Bitcoin has reversed, we're now long, and if you caught the trade based on that, you're up still by a good 34% even after the pullback. But now check this out. The volatility is flashing 36. Super low, guys. Okay, super low for the 12-hour time frame. The vol profile goes from 0 to 100. When you see 100 tells you that the move is super frothy. You can now expect a pullback. Okay, but when it's sitting at these low 30s, 20s, even the single digits, that's telling you that, hey, the bulls can step in here. Okay, be careful. If they want to pick it up, they can pick it up. They can pick it up with vigor and with strength. Okay, so now the long trend is still intact on the 12-hour time frame. On the daily time frame as well, it's here, the long bullish trend signal, which came in 30 days ago, once again highlighting that trend. You're up 32% on that, volatility at 11. Okay, so this is a very good picture for the Bitcoin bulls at the current juncture. So now what you need to look at the picture, okay? Trend on the 12-hour, trend on the daily is long, bullish. And we're sitting smack on dynamic and 21 EMA support. Like, it is such an easy trade to manage. And when it comes to good trade setups, guys, it's always hinged on how easy it is for you to manage that trade. All right, that way you know when you're wrong on your trade very, very, very fast. Okay, these are the trade setups that you want to hunt for. All right, so now we have confirmation on the Mango dashboard. In addition to we're sitting smack on support, it is a golden picture. Alrighty, so now I'm looking at this. Now this is the shallow pullback, so I did position here. Now at what point will I be looking for the deeper pullback on Bitcoin? Alright, and was the target to the downside? Oh, first off, take down the targets of the shallow pullback over here. We're looking at support coming in at 22,114, okay, and the top of the range coming in at 22,944. I am looking at this as an entire zone of support. Now this is what I'd propose, right? And that this scenario might be the one of max pain, because what the bulls would have done is that take price down, okay, sweep all of these lows and all of the liquidity and all of the stop loss liquidity right here, only to accumulate their positions and take this up even further. Right, so we're looking at this as one of the scenarios, and it appears that that's what's playing out right now. However, can this break down still? Of course it can. What will I be looking for primarily is I want to see price close candles underneath $22,114. That will give me conviction in that, okay, price comes down even lower, at which point I'll be expecting that 12-hour trend to also flip short. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for, but contingent on price actually losing 22.1K to the downside. What is the target to the downside that we're looking at? Keep it simple. I mean, the confluence on this next target is insanely good, okay? This is the deeper pullback target right here. Let's get the box in. And there we go. Okay, so this is the entire deeper pullback target going in from 20.8K all the way down to 20.2K. All right, now this zone has a lot of confluence, because check this out. If I take you guys on over to the weekly time frame, knock off those nasty squigglies, you'll notice that this is also the weekly dynamic indicator. If I take you to the 4-day time frame, this is the 4-day dynamic right here, 3-day time frame, 3-day dynamic right here, 2-day time frame, okay, bottom of the 2-day dynamic right here. In addition to that, if I would just put on my my ribbon, you'll find that this is the Tenkin on the 2-day time frame. On the daily time frame, I believe this is the Kijun on the daily time frame. 3-day time frame, there's something else. Yes, 21 EMA, Tenkin, and Kijun there. 4-day time frame, what's here? 21 Tenkin and 10 SMA. Weekly, what's here? 21 EMA right here. Okay, so there's a lot of confluence on the deeper pullback levels, but wait for it. So while this is plausible, I'm saying wait for it, okay? 22.1K is going to confirm another move to the downside. But for now, things are leaning a bit bullish based on support and based on the Mango dashboard. So watch out for that. But yeah, this is pretty much the plan for Bitcoin for now. I do believe that every dip opportunity for me at the very least is going to be a buy the dip opportunity. And that's how I am going to be positioning. In fact, that's how I have already positioned. So with that, we can jump on over to the altcoin of the day, which is going to be near USDT. Now, I was scouring through the dashboard to find a good altcoin opportunity for you guys. Something that seems... well, that's showing strength on the lower time frames on this pullback, and one that is easy to manage. I was going to pick Matic, but it turns out Matic actually, took a run to the upside just now, so it's not going to be an easy one to manage. However, I do believe Near fits our criteria. Now, it's interesting. I found this chart and I'm just like, this is looking interesting. Interesting enough for me to actually, catch a position, or rather at least place a bid right after I wrap up this video. But here's what I found. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this one as short as possible because I do believe it's a rather easy trade setup. Now, I'm currently on the 4-hour time frame on the dashboard. By the way, guys, the dashboard can be found in app.mangoresearch.co. There is a 7-day free trial for those of you who want to basically give it a whirl, okay? So what I did was, now usually it's sort of ranked based on, trading volume, right? And that's why when you see that, I'm like, okay, most of it is short on the 4-hour time frame because as you can see, we have pullbacks across the board. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, what I want to see here is what coins are showing strength right now, okay? Because I want to position on those coins. So what I did was, I'm either looking for long trends or I'm looking for trends that just flipped neutral. So I decided to gun for the latter, okay, because I know Matic already ran. So I said, okay, let me gun for the latter. Let me see which trends just flipped neutral. So what I did was I filtered based on trend. Okay, so now I'm looking at all of the trends that just flipped neutral. So now I noticed that NIR flipped neutral. I'm like, okay, fine, we have a neutral trend change, which was short before, came in 4 hours ago already. What does the 12-hour look like on NIR? So I get on over to the 12-hour time frame, filter out NIR from the list, and I notice that NIR on the 12-hour is long. This came in 1.5 days ago. If you took a trade, you're up by a good 1.32%. But what this is telling me is that there is strength on the 12-hour time frame. Okay, the bulls have control of that. How about the daily time frame? What's happening with the daily? Daily is also bullish, which came in 34 days ago. If you caught a trade on that, you're up by a good 65.9% on that. Volatility, guys, notice at 25, telling us that the bulls can step in here. Okay, now this is a beautiful picture. What this is telling me is that we have an established uptrend on our daily time frame, and we're seeing a minor pullback on the 4-hour time frame, which right now is showing us strength. Okay, which right now is telling us that the bulls are looking to pick this up. We flipped from short to neutral. All right, so with this picture, I went on over to the chart to see, okay, what is the next trade opportunity that we had in front of us? Okay, so now I already technically had my horizontals drawn in because I was dissecting NIR not too long ago. And I had marked out this red box territory right here, which at that point was resistance. And I'm like, okay, if price clears out that region, that's going to be a very, very important region for NIR. Because at that point, we would have flipped a very critical region of resistance into support, and I would then be anticipating the next rally to the upside. The next target for NIR comes in at $3.32. Okay, from where price is at right now to 332, that's still going to be a good 32% to the upside. And also a quick side note for those of you asking me, Krisha, where are you trading the altcoins right now? I am using the BitGet exchange. I quite like my experience so far. So yeah, that's one exchange that I would definitely recommend. You'll find a link in the description below that can get you some $8,000 in bonuses as well as, discounts on your trading fees. But I'm using that for my high MCAPs and mid MCAPs, and for the low MCAPs, I'm using Uniswap. So yeah, that's that. I'm using like the swap exchanges, and the fees are still exuberant, but you know, if the trade setup warrants it, then it warrants it, man. What can I do? Now, I do believe that NIR might be giving us a dip opportunity. However, I don't want to jump the gun here. I first want to draw in the critical region of resistance to your attention, which is more of a zone, okay? If you guys want to mark this out on your chart, go ahead and do so. This comes in from $2.57 going all the way down to $2.44. Okay, that's the zone. And where did I extrapolate this from? It was actually from the weekly time frame. What I'd done was I zoomed out and I was looking at these candle body closes here as well as the wicks right here. Okay, and I'd marked out a zone. I'm like, okay, this was important, and this had a cascading effect on over even to the lower time frames, where in the lower time frames was respecting it as resistance. Now, just to drive in that point, I'm going to take you guys on over to the daily time frame once again. Okay, notice this entire juncture right here. Not a single candle close over $2.57. This was the first time we actually got it just yesterday. Okay, now if I just zoom out, let's actually go back into, NIR's price history to see how well we actually fared off of that region, the $2.50 region, as resistance. Okay, let's pick this region right here. Price took it out right here, tested, rallied to the upside. Okay, first test was $3.32, which is our next target on the chart. How about any other region where we tested? Okay, we tested it as support, found support, bounced right off. Okay, one bounce here, one bounce here. We broke it, came rallying back down. Okay, how about prior to that? Once again, we were using it as resistance right here on the daily time frame, took it out, tested, rallied to the upside. Now, for the first time in a very, very long time, we finally managed to take out that region of resistance once again. Because now not only is this the red box territory, that weekly region of support and resistance, if I go ahead and turn on my mango ribbon, check this out. Check out where the 10 SMA is swinging in at right now. Okay, bottom of that zone, that's where a price actually wicked right off of. In addition to this, if I take you guys on over to the 12-hour time frame, put on my mango dynamic indicator, you'll see that we're sitting smack on top of the dynamic right there as well, and it appears that price actually wants to give it one more test, so you might actually get a better bid on that, a very slight better bid, but that's up to you if you want to position there. However, how would I manage this trade? I'm going to keep this simple. As soon as price actually takes out $2.44 to the downside, I'm saying even one daily candle close underneath that region is going to invalidate the long trade to the upside. Okay, that is when you're wrong. If price closes a daily candle underneath $2.44, we are wrong on our trade. Okay, at which point I will be getting out. But as far as the bid opportunity is concerned, you always want to make sure that you're bidding a key region of support. I know it's scary, okay, bidding support, and especially when there's blood on the streets, it's always scary. But ask yourself, how easy is it going to be for you to manage it? Okay, how fast are you going to know that you are wrong on that trade? Okay, so try and put yourself in that position. Try and put yourself in the position wherein, okay, you catch the trade here, price rallies, how good do you feel? How safe do you feel? However, if price breaks your region of support, let's get back on over to the daily time frame very quickly. Price breaks your region of support, you know so fast that you are wrong, right? It's going to take very, very little, and a lot of times you get to exit with a minimal loss. So my one advice to you guys actually catching trades on, especially the altcoins, try and catch them on critical regions of support, as scary as it may look at that point. Okay, catching it at critical regions of support is just going to put you in a much, much comfortable position. Okay, so now this is the trade opportunity on near. Once again, if you want to take down the region of support, $2.57 going all the way down to $2.44. Target to the upside that I'm gunning for. First target comes in at $3.32. Alrighty, but this is near for you. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, wow, volume. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. It goes a very, very long way for Sean and I. And yeah, it keeps us motivated. Now, I will be linking the previous video I did over here wherein I covered Cardano at the end of the video. And I do believe there's a very nice trade setup there as well. So you can go ahead and give that one a watch. And yeah, I will see you in the next update with this. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.